Hi, I'm Kit Cassingham, founder of and Chief Energizing Officer at Live in Focused Energy. Let's see if I can do this. It's a little harder to do this on a phone than on your computer, so bear with me if you will, please. I'm still traveling, and I'm going early because the fun is happening at my reunion, so it was getting too awkward to wait. Sorry about that for those of you who have set your timers to be here at the 35 after the hour. So several people did private message me or comment to me at some point along the way that they had some things that worked for them as far as sticking with their habits or getting back onto their habits. So I got to thinking even further and thought, I'll share those and some of my own ideas. The first thing I want to point out is that you really need to remember and understand why you put that habit into your life. What did it do for you? What does it do for you? And then you need to understand why the change is happening. What's causing you to have a change in your habit? So with that in mind, let's jump into this. First, anticipate the changes you're going to have in life. You're going to go on vacation. You're going to have guests. You're going to take a class or go to a seminar. Maybe you're going to get sick, or somebody you know and love is going to be sick. All of that can put you off your normal pattern. And when you anticipate that, then you can have an alternative plan, a backup plan to keep you on track or to get you onto track when your life goes back to normal. So come up with a plan. And I'm looking at my notes because I'm a little distracted by the party that you may hear. So I'll be checking my notes periodically to make sure I share with you all the thoughts I came up with. So come up with a plan. Be intentional. Don't just quit doing something. Don't let yourself, that lazy self that sometimes pipes up in your life, throw you off. If you're going to change a habit, understand why and know when you're going to restart it. Are you changing your exercise from 7 in the morning till 10:30? Okay. What's it going to take to support that change? Do you need to change the alarm in your phone? Do you need to put sticky notes up until you've repeated it enough that it's a regular habit? Or are you having to give up a pattern because you're traveling, like when I walk the Camino? I'm going to keep doing my meditation, but I've got to figure out when I can do it. Will I walk down the road a bit, find a tree to sit under, a rock to sit on, and meditate then before I continue? What am I going to do? When I'm traveling as I am right now, how am I going to fit my late nights, late mornings, and then a busy day in with my stretches? Be intentional about when you'll get that done. That's what I need to do. And I'll start that Monday, not tomorrow. I'll let you know if I do it tomorrow. Are you running out of time? Do you have to, as I'm doing with this trip and most trips, have to decide between getting enough sleep, foregoing the networking or the party so that you can get enough sleep and get up in the morning to do your stretches and meditation and everything? Or can you do a little less networking and partying and a little less stretching? Those are all part of your conscious, intentional decisions. Make conscious decisions each day with each incident, each habit. And as I was implying, you're going to need to choose between options. We can't do everything, no matter how much we want to. So consciously choose which activities are most important to you. And if not doing the stretching, in my case, if not doing it is what you decide, then negotiate with yourself when you'll restart that. So if I don't start on Monday, I'll be back home on Tuesday, and I will, with new commitment, get back to that, which is half of the battle. It's easy for me to say, well, I didn't do it the past 5 days, so what's another day? It's another day of not being proud of myself for living the life I want. And I stretch because I feel more nimble, more flexible, and just all around healthier, and I feel younger. When I can sit on the floor almost like I could as a teenager, that makes me feel good, and the stretching helps that. All right, the next point I want to make is be more diligent with some of your habits. I'm diligent, dedicated to my meditation. I seem to be less diligent with my exercise and my stretching. So knowing why you have that habit helps you decide how diligent. I'm very diligent with taking my thyroid and taking my vitamins because that is part of my health regime. Maybe it's not as critical to you, so you're going to be the one to know how important being diligent to that habit is. And if you need to use notes to remind you until it's really ingrained, then do that. Remember I told you that when I got back to doing my core strengthening exercises, it'd been enough of a routine that when I couldn't find my notes of how to do it after a 2-month break, my brain's going, you're missing something here. So I was glad that I found my notes and go, yep, I was missing something, and now I'm doing it again. But some habits really help us be more productive. Do you have a regular place you always put your keys or glasses? You know, when you do that, then you don't waste a lot of time looking for your keys, your glasses, your cell phone, whatever it is. And I know people, I'm thinking of specific people as I say that, who don't have that habit. My husband is really good about putting his keys in the same place every time. His glasses, different story. Let's see. Yes, set alarms, use notes, bright colored sticky notes. You can use index cards and post them in unusual places. If food's an issue, post a note on the inside of the cupboard, the refrigerator or freezer, the bread box, cookie jar. Remind yourself why you don't want to be doing what you're doing, or why you do want to be doing what you're going to do, or what your habit is. And my third point is, and I mentioned this earlier, but negotiate with yourself. Knowing why you have a habit, why you're making the change, helps with your negotiation. Like, I'm not doing my steps very much right now. I've gotten 4,500 in. That's not what I want for myself. But I'm putting my steps in as I can and having fun with friends that I don't see very often at all. Are there certain foods that you want to negotiate with? And I know that maybe even as early as tomorrow, I will start getting my steps in. And I'm allowing myself to slip on some of the foods that I normally don't eat because they don't support my youthfulness, my health, my longevity. Remember, I'm going to live to be 150. I have to eat like that so that I can enjoy, I have to eat well so I can enjoy that old age then. And it's fun to tease about that. I figure I have nothing to lose by saying that. The worst that'll happen is I'm going to die when I die. And negotiating with yourself about sleep. How important is 8 hours to you? Will you stick to a rigid going to bed time to make sure you get your sleep in so you can get up at a regular time? Or will you say, during this particular weekend or day or whatever, I'll be fine with a little less sleep? Maybe you could, part of the negotiation is when you'll take a nap to make up for that lost sleep. That's okay. That's good stuff. So those are some of my thoughts, and I'll have more later, and I'm sure my thoughts are spurring further thoughts for you, and you'll be sharing them either on my Facebook page, on my YouTube page, or on my website, liveinfocusedenergy.com. Please pay attention to why you have your habits and be conscious about what's making you change or having you change those habits, hopefully only temporarily. So the party's getting going, my arm's falling asleep. I'm a mess. I'm not, I'm having a great time. So pay attention to your habits, honor them. And honor the need that they sometimes slip. It's okay. In my book, that's okay. And I know for some people, it's not okay. Some things are habits. Some things are mandatory actions. So know the difference. That is it for now. I'm Kit Cassingham with Live in Focused Energy. And my website again is liveinfocusedenergy.com. Please leave a note below wherever you're watching. Feel free to sign up for my newsletter, like my Live in Focused Energy Facebook page. Find me where you can, and let's stay in touch. See you tomorrow.